And we're back at Realcomm Live at the 2024 Realcomm IBcon conference here in Tampa. And with me is Marc Petock, Vice President, VP, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer with Lynxspring.
Thanks, Lisa. Great to be here. Another outstanding Realcomm event. Each year it gets bigger, better. And what I noticed this time around was brand new technologies, as well as different types of folks who are attending and things like that. So I think we see progression in our industry, and Realcomm's right at the heart of it. So thank you guys for, again, another fabulous event.
Well, thank you. Well, Lynxspring has been with us on this journey for a long time. You have been a big supporter, and not just a supporter, but a partner of us, and we greatly appreciate that. We appreciate your support of the conferences and all the other things that you do, but also your intellectual property, your collaboration, and all the ways in which you support the community is a huge thing, and I think that you are definitely one of the thought leaders that we look to when we're looking at what is the industry doing, what are the trends in the industry, what do you see, and that kind of leads into the first question. Is lots of technology out there. We've got a lot of new faces on the exhibit floor this year. What do you see happening in terms of digital transformation, the digitization of buildings? What are you seeing the environment? What does it look like for you right now?
Well, first I think you got to look at the whole conversation has changed. And you cannot have a conversation in the built environment today without talking about digitalization, connectivity, data, AI, and things like that. So I think that's the first and foremost. Second is, I think, both on the owner-operator side as well as the occupant side, there are new expectations that we want the buildings to do. And I think digitalization, obviously technology, is right at the heart of it. So I like to say that I've been in this business for a long time. I've never seen how quickly the industry is transforming and moving along to really embrace digitalization.
Right. You know, I've said this a couple of times to different folks, and I want to get your take on it. I think we're moving from a situation where a lot of it is technology looking for a problem to having problems, and what technology do we use to solve that? What do you think?
I couldn't agree more, and as I look at it is that up until the last couple of years, technology, to your point, has driven the adoption of smart building technology, but is now it's a business case, that there are business problems to solve, whether or not it is from the true OT side, but more importantly, our buildings house businesses, and our businesses are affected if we don't have the proper operations, the climate within the buildings, so forth and so on. So it's now I've seen it more of a business approach in addition to the technology approach.
What do you think is the biggest change in buildings, say from 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
I would say connectivity is number one, data is number two. And think about it, 5 years ago, we kind of touched on data, but let's look at the conference. How many times did we hear data and the importance of data?
Big data,
remember those?
Big data.
Big data, and now big data, did we see that? No, it's smart data, it's that right data. So, but I think it's really all about the data, and I use this phrase that data has become more valuable than the devices and the systems that actually operate our buildings. So.
I could definitely see that. Now, do you think that it is because we have the data now and we didn't before? I don't really think that's the case, because I think that the data was there. Do you think building owners are actually using the data that they have, or because data is really kind of worthless without some kind of meaning behind it. Do you think we're doing a better job on the data side?
We are doing a better job. But do I think we've reached that ultimate plateau? No. It's like everything else, like the industries. Data is a journey. There's no question about it. we're getting better, and we've got better technologies, better thoughts and things like that in and around how to use that data, and we're getting there.
Right.
We're getting there.
Right. So you mentioned something to me about new protocols. There are some newer protocols, IP, MQTT, and LoRaWAN. Talk to me a little bit about that and how that's changed the landscape.
Well, I think the way it's changed the landscape, it has allowed us to be able to do more. As a technology manufacturer, it has really opened up a whole new level to enhance the more traditional protocols that we've been using for many, many years, and has opened up that door. And I look at it as the easier, the more secure we can make all of this technology that runs our buildings is better for all of us, ultimately for the owner, the operator, and the occupants as well.
Right. Well, and the most, and of course that leads into the topic of AI.
Right.
So AI is completely dependent upon the data.
Sure.
And so, we've had AI across the conference, the Buildings AI Symposium on Wednesday, talking about, AI has probably been spoken at least once in every single session that has been across the conference, and with good reason.
Sure.
What do you think? And let's not forget the theme of the conference is beyond the hype.
Right.
Let's get beyond the BS. Let's talk real.
Okay.
Let's do the real
Let's
talk.
Let's talk,
Let's
Lisa.
just talk.
Okay.
So what is your, what are your thoughts about, AI and how it's going to impact the real estate industry? And I know there's going to be a significant impact across the board, but what do you think about AI and everything that's going on with it right now?
I would agree, one, it is going to impact, for sure. I think there's a lot we don't know yet, a lot we are still uncovering, and we're going to have to do that as AI advances. I know we, as an company, we are supporting AI, especially at the device level where we're going to make devices AI ready for AI applications. But again, I think we don't want to jump in and think we know it all with AI. We don't.
Right.
And it's almost, people, it's like the next shiny thing. Oh, I want to get that or whatever, and you get it, and it doesn't perform, and then you get discouraged. Oh, AI doesn't work. So let's just be conservative, and I worry about, as it advances, questions such as legal ramifications of AI. Also that ultimately, if something does go wrong from an AI application, who is responsible for that? So I think we've got to figure that all out as we advance the use of AI.
Right. Well, and the conversation of AI and around AI leads you to cybersecurity as well, which we haven't touched on in this conversation, but certainly is a big topic here as well with cybersecurity forum that we had also on Wednesday. We had a lot of people in the room. So my final question, because we only have a couple more minutes, but is around cybersecurity. Do you think things have changed? Do you think building owners are taking cybersecurity more seriously? Do you think they're actually taking those steps to really secure their assets? What do you think about that?
I think, one, as far as awareness, the importance from cybersecurity related to buildings, especially OT side of the house, there's a lot of awareness, and I don't think there's anybody who does not know that cyber is critical. You have to do something about it. Do the best you can. I think we've supported it with great solutions out there, great technology, but I wish we could be the community would adopt more cybersecurity efforts on their part. I don't think we're there yet. When I talk to people, out of sight, out of mind, whatever. And, you remember this, an easy way to remember it is we all drive cars. Right. We all pay insurance. We all scream internally, I got to pay that insurance bill again this year or this month or whatever. But you don't use it, but when you need it, you have it. Right. And same kind of thing related to the built environment.
It's all good until it's not.
Exactly.
Well, I think we've run out of time. It was great having you here.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in and joining me for a few minutes, and hopefully we can have you back next Realcomm and talk a little bit further and see where the industry has gone and what new things are happening.
Look forward, and again, thank you to you, the whole Realcomm organization, for a fabulous event yet again.
Well,
so thank you.
Thank you very much.